Look at this fucking play by fucking Black Burrow makes the best throw you can fucking make here. Look at Jerry Jeudy. Look at this fucking clown. How do you lose this? Look at this perfect throw. It's a touchdown. How do you do this? Look at this. Right in and out. This guy sucks. Get him out of fucking Cleveland with Stefanski. Package these clowns up and send them to an Eskimo farm. They're fucking both sabotaging Black Burrow, a.k.a. Shedeur Sanders. You know you're fucking happy, you piece of shit. You know you are. You fucking clown. You fucking suck.
Chicago Bears didn't just beat Cleveland, they dismantled them. A 31-3 final score told the story on paper, but the reality on the field was harsher. Chicago controlled the tempo, the confidence, and the narrative from the opening snap, riding a poised performance from Caleb Williams and a defense that turned Sanders' afternoon into a prolonged lesson in NFL brutality.
Shakur can play, for real. And everybody's got an opinion. In fact, we live in a world of opinionaires. That's what I call them, opinionaires. They're all the shows, a bunch of guys, and a couple of what something should be when they haven't done it. Those who can do, those who can't talk about those who can. Those who have know what they're talking about. Those who haven't don't. Period. That's how I feel about it. Just because you can sit behind a desk and chit-chat doesn't mean you can do a damn thing.
Those are bars.
Serious. Come get up here with me. Let's find out.
By the time the final whistle blew, the Browns were staring at their third straight loss, a 3-11 record, and yet another quarterback debate that refuses to die.
So I got into this discussion last night. We were talking about Shedeur Sanders, and he's a fan of Shedeur Sanders, and I said, I could never understand how I missed that badly on a quarterback. I said I thought he was like a mid to late first round guy, maybe top of the second, and he dropped to the fifth round. But I was thinking about this. He's looked pretty good. I mean, Greg Cosell this week came on and said, yeah, it's early, but those are big time throws. So let's just say Shedeur Sanders does become a franchise quarterback. And through 3 starts with the weakest receiving room in the NFL, 32nd. Worst receiving room in the NFL, PFF, 32nd. Third worst offensive line, PFF. He's got nothing to work with. 5 touchdowns, 2 picks, 94 passer rating. Should also be noted that Shedeur Sanders did not get any work with the ones before he started, right? It was Dylan Gabriel getting all of it because Dylan Gabriel was a rookie.
From the opening drive, it was clear the Bears had a plan, and Sanders was the target. Chicago's defense mixed pressure with disguised coverages, forcing Sanders to hold the ball just long enough for mistakes to brew. The rookie finished 18 of 35 for 177 yards, no touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. The stat line alone is rough. The timing of the turnovers made it devastating.
That looks like it might be promising. They still have an issue with that. So it looks like what they're trying to do, based on some of the things that we've seen, some of the things that we've heard come out of that locker room or that organization in general, they still don't think the person that is at the helm right now is the answer. They don't.
Yeah, I mean, and I really hate to feel this way, but a part of me is like, yeah, we're gonna let him start the rest of the season. Oh, Bears, Bills, Steelers, Bengals. If I'm Shedeur, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I already showed y'all what I can do. Put Dylan in there.
Nah, matter of fact, I want him to play against the Bears. I want him to play against the Bills. I want him to play against the Steelers because I want him to show that I'm a competent quarterback. And
yes.
I can compete at the highest level as a rookie if given the right amount of time to prepare.
Right.
That's what I want him. I want him to have.
No. Joe, but this is not a mistake. They picked these games the next.
The game tilted irreversibly in the third quarter. On one play that summed up the afternoon, linebacker DeMarco Jackson tipped a Sanders pass into the air, then calmly caught it himself deep in Cleveland territory. Soldier Field erupted. The Browns' sideline deflated, and the contrast couldn't have been sharper when, just one play later, Caleb Williams delivered a jaw-dropping 22-yard touchdown strike to DJ Moore, a moment that felt like a passing passing of the torch, fair or not. One quarterback elevated his team. The other watched momentum slip through his fingers.
So do we think the Bears are going to run away with this game at home in the frigid temps, RC?
No, I don't believe the Bears are going to run away, but this game just got a lot more difficult for Shedeur Sanders, right? This is going to be an assessment of whether or not they go into next year with Shedeur Sanders as the franchise quarterback, and those are not ideal climates to throw the football in. But let's think about who the Chicago Bears are. The Chicago Bears are a physical football team, a team that can run the ball. When you have Monungai and Swift, that does swing the advantage your way. The Cleveland Browns are giving up about 108 yards a game on the ground. Last week, Tony Pollard rushed for 60 yards against this team. And so when you think about what they do facing the run, the way the Chicago Bears and Ben Johnson can manipulate you with the run, I expect the Chicago Bears to win. But this game, when you have a guy like Myles Garrett, when you have an offense that's coming along in the way that Cleveland is, I believe it'll be competitive.
Not all of Sanders' interceptions were reckless. That might be the most frustrating part for Cleveland. On the next drive, Sanders targeted Jerry Jeudy in the end zone with what looked like a perfectly placed deep ball. Jeudy got his hands on it and couldn't secure it. The ball popped up and fell into the waiting arms of Jalen Johnson. Instead of points, Cleveland got heartbreak. The Bears turned that turnover into a touchdown 9 plays later, capped by a 17-yard DeAndre Swift run that pushed the game out of reach. That's the cruel reality for young quarterbacks. Accuracy doesn't always show up on the scoreboard, and mistakes, even shared ones, define the narrative.
Sanders was a lot better than I thought he would be. I'll be honest with you. He showed up. I've had enough of Stefanski.
It's a sad situation. He can only do so much. Shedeur ain't on defense. He can't stop Pollard and that other dude. Get that boy some help.
Hopefully Shedeur can turn things around here in the next few weeks and just give us some positive energy coming up.
To Sanders' credit, he didn't fold entirely. On Cleveland's final meaningful drive, the rookie finally found a rhythm. He completed 8 passes, nearly half of his completions for the entire game, and marched the Browns inside the 10-yard line. For a brief moment, it looked like pride might salvage something. Then reality returned. 2 sacks ended the drive, forced a turnover, and extinguished any lingering hope. Soldier Field celebrated. Cleveland walked off knowing this one would linger.
I just finished watching Browns Titans, and Deion Sanders should be so proud of Shedeur. Not just because of the way he's played, but because of the way he's conducted himself. With the level of career adversity he's faced already. Think back to the pre-draft process and the slanted, unfair, and biased coverage of Shedeur Sanders, whether it was his connection to his father, whether it was envy, or if it was something that he symbolized that people just didn't like, the anonymous quotes and the negativity surrounding his process was so much different from any other player. And then you think about the fact that he was drafted in the 5th round. This is a guy that had late first round to second round tape, which many of us said that day, and people behaved as if we were ignoring Cam Ward. No, we were just talking about what was directly and brightly shining in front of us.
Head coach Kevin Stefanski has already said Sanders will start the rest of the season. With Cleveland eliminated from playoff contention for the 2nd straight year, the logic is simple. Experience matters more than wins at this point. But experience without progress raises its own questions. Sanders has flashed, no doubt about it. Just a week ago, he threw for over 360 yards and 3 touchdowns against the Titans. The arm talent is real. The confidence is visible. The poise shows up in moments. Yet the mistakes persist. The inconsistency lingers. And most importantly, the losses keep stacking up. At some point, flashes have to turn into results.
They got a Grammy. What's that, homie? He said
they
got a Grammy.
You him.
Award, my boy.
ESPN.
Shirt and all, my boy. He said, say cheese. Shirt and all. Put the shirt on. Put the shirt on. Put it on. Put the shirt on. Put the shirt on. But it's cool, bro. They said, look, man. Don't play it cool. Come on, man. I want to be in it. Hit me your work. From the hit
He ain't want damn.
The truth is uncomfortable but unavoidable. Shedeur Sanders hasn't done enough yet to prove he's the future in Cleveland. That doesn't mean he can't be. It doesn't mean he won't grow. But right now, the evidence is incomplete, and the margin for error is shrinking. Over the next 3 weeks, Sanders isn't just playing for reps. He's playing for belief from coaches, from the locker room, from a fan base exhausted by quarterback experiments. Sunday in Chicago was a reminder of how steep the climb really is. And unless something changes fast, the quarterback question in Cleveland won't just linger into the offseason, it will define it.